LinkedIn.
And we are live, Dina. Hello, Dina.
Hi, how are you? Thank you so much, Chris, for doing this. We were having some interesting moments, and Rochelle and Lily should be in here joining us like any moment. We're really excited about our book that we co-created, and we have and it's called, oh my gosh, I have it in the other room, and I get all perplexed about the wording of the book because it's so powerful. It's beyond words, and it's all about the power of transformation through the art of codes and words. And this is so weird. They're having a hard time getting in StreamYard.
Tell
Um,
tell them if they copy and paste it and use on Google Chrome, not on Apple Safari, that should work.
Okay, hold on. Can you copy and you can copy and paste in
Into Google
into
Chrome,
Google Chrome
but not
and
Apple Safari.
but not Apple Safari.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because for some odd
Yeah.
reason or other, Apple did not like StreamYard. I don't know why, but it's been doing that a lot.
Oh my, it's so funny though that I just like had a moment on the name of the book. It's so funny. It's because I'm waiting for the girls to arrive. I'm waiting for them to arrive. So we're going to be in Toronto, Canada. Well, they are in Toronto, Canada, and I'm going to be driving there tomorrow. And we have this amazing book launch experience that's going to be on Saturday from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern time, and it's at this amazing studio. My art will be there. We're going to be guiding people through the experience of the book because this is not your regular book. This is an experiential book. Does it look like they're trying to join?
No, I don't see no one as of yet.
I'm wondering if they can join. Let's see what happens. Okay, anyway, it's all working out. It's just so interesting that these things happen and gotta just roll with it. And I have had the pleasure of collaborating with Rochelle and Lily, and it's such a beautiful story. So I'll talk about that um in the meantime. So I feel like someone's joining. I feel like their energy, they're coming in.
There's coming.
It's coming, it's coming. But that's the thing, like, so okay. I met Lily one way and Rochelle another way. They met each other another way. Okay.
Right.
So and then at one point I was talking to Rochelle and I was like, you're in Toronto. Lily's in Toronto. Have you guys met? You really need to meet. And they're like, and Rochelle was like, I've been wanting to meet Lily. I saw her in that group. There's Lily. And Lily and I were in the same course together for being light language activators. And Rochelle was also part of that course, but I didn't meet Rochelle until way later in a totally unrelated networking group that was hosted by Lachelle, who's America's Supermom. Do you know Lachelle?
Yes.
Yeah, Lachelle, who I was a guest on her podcast years ago. I was on, hi, there they are. So I met Lachelle on Clubhouse. Lachelle does these networking Zooms. I meet Rochelle in there. And so it's like we all just wind up connecting, and the full story of that is in the book. So I don't know, Chris, have you met Rochelle? Yeah?
Yes, I have.
You haven't met Lily yet.
That is correct.
This is Lily Lee.
Hello, Lily. How you doing today on Transformational Thursday?
Hey there, Chris. Thank you so much for being our lifesaver today. We just love technology, but sometimes it has glitches. So here we are. But thank you so much.
Well, not a problem. You know how those internet gremlins like to take something and run with it, and they might be unplug it or whatever the case may be. But that's okay. There's always a lifesaver. Call up Chris. He'll take care of it. There you go.
Thank you.
Well, I just feel like God, source, spirit, universe just keeps bringing things, people into the mix in this, like one by one. I mean, what are the odds that you would be available at this given time and moment, Chris, for you to be able to jump in and help us in this and support us in this moment? And like, I've been on many of Chris's calls about bringing humanity together. And so here we are. So here we are. So, I want to thank you, Chris. Chris has given us the reins to, talk about the event and talk about the book. So I want to hand over the microphone to Rochelle or Lily. Which one of you want to go next?
Rochelle, would you like
Rochelle,
to
how you
go?
doing
I
today?
can go if you want, but
Lily, I feel you. I feel you. I feel Lily.
all right, sure. So we're extremely excited with regards to our book launch party coming up in Toronto, in Thornhill to be exact, and in Vibe Studio this Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So we are so looking forward to sharing this event with you because our book is not a regular book where you read page by page and then just put it aside. So our book is actually experiential. And the idea of it is actually it touches upon, hopefully it actually taps into your soul, because the messages that Rochelle actually has channeled and the beautiful artwork that Dina has also pulled through, and as well as my light codes, the whole idea of it is to help you remember who you truly are. So we will have some activities, some workshop activities where we actually will be sharing some light language and light codes verbally, because I did have some channeling written light codes in the book. But if people are curious with regards to, oh, how does this sound like? What is light language all about? So I will give kind of like a light language 101, a little introduction to light language, as well as you will hear each of us doing some transmissions of light language, and you'll see that there are differences, and it does sound different, our light languages, and it's kind of cool that way, as well as. Dina will be bringing through and help the group to activate and tap into our creativity so that we, because I want to participate too, we and the audience, we're all able to tap into our creativity and bring through whatever it is that we would like, that it actually comes through and we can put it on paper, paint it or write it or whatever on paper. And it'll be a very, very wonderful experience. I'm so looking forward to sharing that with everyone.
Yeah, and even when I even saw that it was going to be launched, and I saw that post, I even said in that post, I wish I could be there, but I'll be there in spirit and everything like that. But it really dawned on me, ladies, and I like to have all of you on Conversations for Humanity to kind of dive deep in how this even came to be. But the thing that really stood out to me in and of itself, number one, who had the idea for the book? And then number two, how did you end up plugging in each and every single one of you guys' strengths, gifts, and abilities to combine them in almost like it's like remember that cartoon series, the Super Friends, and they had the Super Twins, Super Twins activate and everything like that. And I truly believe when I saw that in the very book title and everything, I was like, hey, I got to talk to these ladies. Stat, let's make that happen. And here we are.
Rochelle, do you want to answer that question?
So ultimately, in a nutshell, I channeled the messages in 2019. I went through a really traumatic time in my life, and these messages started coming through over a period of 6 months. Had no idea what they were for because they weren't really like things I would say to myself. So I put them in a little red book and I kind of placed them away. When I met Dina, we wanted to collaborate together, but we weren't sure what we were going to do. And one day I just said to her, hey, let me read these to you. And then she said, well, I got some great art. And I said, what if we blended the art with the words? So the art of words. And for her and I, it was very simple to match the channeled messages with her art. And she created them at the same time in 2019, but we did not know each other.
Right.
And but unbeknownst to, I met Lily, and because all three of us were in the same group, but we kind of didn't meet like all together. We met differently. Lily and I wanted to collaborate together. We weren't sure what. We were in the same light language group. And I remember, and I always share the story, I wrote in the manuscript, channeled messages by Lily Lee, or messages by Lily Lee. And Dina said to me, do you realize that you wrote Lily's name in there? And I didn't even realize that I'd written it. So subconsciously, Source was like, you need to put Lily in the book. Lily needs to be part of the book. So that's, and then of course I called Lily and we invited Lily, and it was very synchronistic. And I would have to say, and a few people have said this to us, and when they've had us on their shows, is that there's no ego from either of us, or all three of us. We just each bring our part to the book to share with humanity.
Yeah.
So that's ultimately it.
And I love that, Rochelle, because it's like what Dina even created on our LinkedIn audio call last week. She even created a picture of the conversation that we're having, which was called Conversations that Calls Us to Act. And next thing you know, she even posts the actual picture that she did because of that very conversation and everything. And I truly believe when we do have these conscious conversations that is rooted in curiosity, it leads us into that other thing, and that other thing leads into another thing, and it keeps going on and on and on and everything like that. And I loved what you brought about the ego, because if we're willing to let that go, we get far more back in return because of that and everything. So I got to go to you, Lily. When you saw everything aligning, so to speak, and everything like that, the stars are right there. It's like it's a perfect thing. When you saw that come to pass, did you say, I'm going to go for it? Or do you say, I hesitate and wait and say, do I need to go or do I need to stop? How did that come about?
So for me, everything I do is actually aligned to my current soul purposes. And before I start any project or any offering that people come to me, I always tap into my intuition and, or some people call it gut feel. And for me, the yes would be it's fun, not stressful, right? It's fun. So my key is fun, expansive. So when I know it's fun and expansive, then that is a go sign for me. And I go with the flow, whatever feels right, I do it. Like I always take the next little right step, so to speak. If it feels right, it feels good, I take it. Right. So that's what I do. And so I'm glad I did that because this has
See,
been.
ladies, the way I look at life is when you do see that sign and you see everything's coming together, whether it be from a place of alignment or agreement or both, or however that may play out, everything in one way, shape, matter, or form is literally interconnected by design, whether we realize it or not. It's there. And when you do see it for what it really is, it can bring more to not only the conversation or to the opportunity or to the exposure of what you're wanting to present into the world, because you wanted to be there to a place that where not only does the experience matter, but what they get out of it is just as important too as well. And when you do that from a combined effort, those field of dreams will not only be real to them, but it's going to be real to you.
Mm.
Yes, absolutely. And I actually want to add, because I'm actually getting this inkling that the reason why the technology didn't work, so to speak, on our end, I think it's we are all meant to meet you here, gather with you at this time.
Yep.
Because how coincidental is it
Yes.
that Rochelle couldn't? She's done many, many lives on LinkedIn, and she just couldn't tap into it. She couldn't. And Dina couldn't make it to work. And I am new to LinkedIn, so I kind of got it to work, but sort of ish.
Yeah.
But then I received your link and I couldn't get on either.
No.
For some reason, I had an error message going, oh, Google, something about YouTube, it's not connecting, whatever. I'm going, but I'm still going, okay, what else do I need? Like, I wasn't stressed because I do a lot of lives on my other channel, like Facebook and
Yeah.
TikTok and whatever else.
Right.
And so technology is a natural, technology speed bumps is a natural occurrence in
Yeah.
this type of a world. So I truly, truly believe that the reason why we had those little bumps is because we are meant to be here with you, Chris.
Mm.
Like, I truly, truly believe that.
I totally believe that. And I'm trying to find the YouTube link so I can post it in LinkedIn while we talk, but I'm like, people are looking, but they'll, you know what? They'll watch it when they're meant to watch it,
Exactly.
you know? And
I'm
I
stressed
love
about it.
that people are like, hey guys, where are you? Like,
I know. Well, we can.
and
This will go on your page, Chris, and then we
I
can
actually got streamed to Facebook,
yeah.
to our,
Oh,
our
really?
LinkedIn business page, and
Yeah.
also on YouTube. So it's all there.
So we'll just
Okay.
we'll go to your business page and we'll just repost it on our pages. So
Yeah.
because
Oh, okay,
who
great.
knows? I have no idea.
Awesome.
Technology is very strange. As Lachelle always said, technology is so much fun, and she laughs, right? Because
But
you just never
when
know.
you really think about it, though, ladies, and I've shared this with Dina, and I'm going to share it with both of you and to everyone watching. When you reframe your life and reframe the way you look at life, you can say, you know what, life is happening for me and not to me, because I choose it to be, and everything. And choice is the ultimate path to freedom. And when we allow that in our lives, then we don't really get down into the bog of, hey, I can't get out of this sand trap now because I'm so bogged down and everything like that.
Right.
No, it's not a bog anymore. It's not a sand trap. It's something you just have to move through and take that next step, and that next step gets you to the next one. And you do that not only intentionally, but you know, the more you go through it, the stronger you become because of it and everything like that. Because if you want to give up, absolutely give up. But if you don't want to give up, you can say, you know what, maybe I'll go through it for a few steps and use the power of the pause and say, hey, what will be my next steps and where do I go and everything like that. Because see, the one thing you don't want to end up doing is then go in blind, not knowing where to go and everything like that. And if it doesn't resonate with you and doesn't get into your pit of your stomach and say, hey, my butterflies and my little antennae is not going off, and it doesn't feel right, and the intuition shows up, then you know, okay, instead of taking that right turn, I'm taking that left turn. That's where I got to go and everything. And I've learned that from many, many opportunities have been shown to me. And when I leave that kind of mindset of the coulda, woulda, shoulda, then I know I'm in the right place, because I don't have to second guess what I've done. Because if I start doing that, then that breeds self-doubt, that breeds inconsistency,
Right.
that breeds insecurity, and all that stuff. Then I start weighing you down yet again, and you'll be back at square one going, why am I back here, back at square one? Why am I here?
Yeah, makes sense. Well,
Yes.
the book has lots of that in it, where it really grounds you to between the art, the words, and the codes. It grounds you to understand that everything you need is within you. Do
Yes.
not look outside of yourself for the answers, because they are not there. You have to believe in your authentic self. And the book reiterates that again and again and again. So I really appreciate you doing this for us, Chris. I mean, it was meant to be. We got to see you, we got to connect. So I think it's been amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, and I got so much more to ask you, ladies. Of have everything transferred, because I could go far and wide with this and everything like that. But I know you only wanted to do this to say, hey, this is going to be the book launch. But we got to let everybody know, and we probably put it in the comment section too as well. The dates and times again. What are those times, and where's it going to be located there in Toronto?
So, like Lily said, it's at 3 p.m. in Thornhill at 1450 Clark Avenue. Right,
Okay.
Lily?
I don't have the address in front of me, but
Yeah,
that
I
sounds
think
about
it's
right.
1450. I've typed it
Yes.
enough times, but I think it's 1450. So if you're in the Greater Toronto area, you'll know what the GTA stands for. Then you know where, and it's Vibe Studio. So Vibe.
Vibe.
So, yep, you'll get to meet the authors and some amazing people, and yeah, it'll be great. Food.
Awesome. And I see that could be a collaboration in the works. I'm already feeling that in my head and my heart right now. So we'll definitely talk to as well. But I give you ladies kind of like the final thoughts and last word of where the book is really going to be meant for a lot of people. But I go to you, Dina. What's going to mean to a lot of people when they see it and have the experience?
Oh man, I really feel like it's about bringing them back home to themselves, because by just reading the words, looking at the art, receiving the codes, it's a transformation that is going to be unique to them, and no matter what they're going through at any time. So I feel like it's going to be a personal journey, and at the end, if they buy the book and they have the book, there are some pages at the end where they can write in and make notes. And there's an opportunity also at the event where they'll be receiving codes and frequencies and energy for them to experience what can come through them when they're experiencing the book. So we're part of this launch experience is about showing them how they can work with the book. So I feel like those who are open and meant to receive the gift of this book, they will organically work with it in a way that is empowering to them.
Mm-hmm.
Well said.
Lily, over to you.
There will be beautiful paintings, the actual paintings from Dina. Dina is going to bring her paintings with her, and she'll be displaying them for sale. So if you're interested in purchasing any of those paintings, come on over. And we are so looking forward to meeting each and every one of you that can actually make it to our event. We are really excited, and we are looking forward to um, sharing this experience with all of you. Yeah. So, and
So
again,
what would be the thing, Lily, that you want people to take away from that experience? What's the things that probably in the light work that you do and everything like that? What's the things that you want people to take away from?
I want people to realize who they truly are, to tap into who they truly are. Who are they? What is that? They are more than just a human being. They're really light light beings currently having a human experience. So I love the way that you were explaining what you said earlier. Is it happening to you, or is it happening for you? You are a powerful creator of your own reality. So if you're able to tap in and realize that your life, your human life on this 3D plane would be so much more pleasant than if you weren't tapped in. So my wish is if when they do come to our event or even receive the book and purchase the book, if they're able to tap in and they cannot come to our event, I think we might be planning to have a live event, possibly, stay tuned. If not, just reach out to any of us, right? Any of us, and we'll be able to help you tap into your unique experience. Because as I said, it's experiential. Please do not just read it and put it aside. That's not what it's meant for. And even Dina has been using it in a very, very special way. She's using it as an oracle,
Nice.
meaning if she is feeling a certain way, then she kind of flips the book, right? And then she actually stops at a page. And each time she did that, she happens to receive the message that she really needs to hear. So there's so many different ways to use the book, and I just wish that my wish is for people to be able to experience it. That'll be amazing.
I love that, Lily. So, Rochelle, what's your wish from the way you contribute to this and everything like that? So, when the people that you meet and the people who read the book, what's the things that you would like to see them take away from in and of itself that maybe even make a great impact, maybe from the small things that they get?
For me, I'd like them to realize, along the same lines as Dina and Lily, to trust their authentic self, to realize that, like I said before, all the answers are within you. And the book reminds you of that. It reminds you that when you're feeling out of balance, when your human body feels emotions of discord and frustration, it's showing you that your authentic self is aware that you're not in balance in where you are. So when you go into those situations in life, the book is there to guide you, to give you that reminder to reframe, to go back to the authentic self, because all the answers are within you. So if anybody is to take anything away, it is to realize, like Lily and Dina said, you're so powerful that everything you want in life is already within there. It's whether or not you are able to let it in.
And I love the way you put that, Rochelle, because I share with people every day that the very act of giving is in the very act of receiving. It's there. And when you do it from that place and space, you actually get far more back in return than you can even possibly imagine. So, Rochelle, on that note, please let everybody, again, know the date, the time, and the address and all that kind of stuff, and we'll put it on the post a little bit later.
Sure. So for anybody, again, if you're in the Greater Toronto area, the event is at the Vibe Studio in Thornhill, Ontario, 1450 Clark Avenue, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And we hope to see you there. We hope that you will come and experience.
Well, ladies, it's been a fantastic conversation with you guys. I know there's more to come and everything like that. But again, if you'd like to know more, please get a hold of Dina, Rochelle, and Lily, and they would love to have that great and engaging conversation with you, whether it be in Toronto, online, on the phone, whatever that works good for you. And we'll definitely look forward to that. So, from all of us here at Bringing Humanity Together, you guys have an amazing day. Make it your day on this Transformational Thursday, and you guys have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much again, Chris.